Hello everybody, SlimKirby here. Welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario RPG. This is part 53. Getting very close to the end. We are in the actual factory portion of the level. As you can see the factory line in the background where all the weapons are being created. In this room we run into the manager who is observing some of the productivity. He's getting some information from his little hammer guys. And progress seems to be moving along just fine, even though we've pretty much defeated every single enemy that's been thrown at us. Okay, this part makes no sense at all. I mean, just really, it's... Who wants to listen to them laugh about stuff? But leave it to good old Bowser to interrupt and tell them to get the hell out of his castle. I don't blame him. Okay, so now we're going to have a similar fight as we did with the clerk. We have to fight the manager with 3 pounders. The pounders are apparently a little stronger than the mad mallets we fought with the clerk. But really, you won't notice any difference at all. I mean, you can still just defeat them with one easy shot. So it's like there's no point to even having them. And the manager is pretty much the same as the clerk. The only difference is, I think he has a little bit more defense, and also he has more hit points as well, so he won't go down as fast as the clerk. And also, he apparently resummons all the hammers back, so I guess you have to defeat them first before you make any progress, which really isn't a problem. I mean, the pounders shouldn't be able to do too much damage. And as you can see, the clerk, or manager, my bad, the manager is already gone. Okay, I find that very ironic. The hammers throw hammers as an attack. That's just weird. I just noticed that too on this playthrough. I was like, wait a minute. The hammers are throwing hammers at us. Oh well, this game is crazy. But it's a good game, so I'll forgive it. Okay, let's continue on. Like the moon over the day my genius and brought. Oh, Bowser, you're so poetic. Well... I love how he just says, well, right there. And then he just goes back into Mario's, pocket, I guess. Okay, in this room we have the factory director, I believe. He's the one that's directing all the productivity, I guess. Dissenters will be eliminated. Production must continue. Okay, once again, the fight is pretty much the same. The only difference is, I think the director is a lot more difficult than all the other ones. And also, his hammers, which are called poundettes now, they're actually can be really annoying. As you can see, they actually caused Mario to go into the fear status ailment. So the poundettes can actually get very annoying in this battle. But of course, if you get rid of them, all of them, then they'll just come back, so you might as well just kill the director first. He has a little more HP, like he has a little more HP than both the clerk and the manager, but again, he isn't that difficult. He should be able to go down in just a few shots. And the hammers are still throwing hammers at us. That still creeps me out. It's just weird. I mean, why... You're throwing your own family at your enemies. That's just weird. I'm sorry. So as you can see, I'm actually resorting to using Toadstool's healing powers. So this battle is somewhat tougher than the other two, but still, it's nothing you should really be having that much trouble with. I mean, when I was a kid, I lost on this battle, but that's because I didn't heal before I did the battle, and I didn't think they'd actually throw this same fight basically at you again with a stronger foe and more hammer targets. That should do it. Yep, he's gone. So let's go ahead and take out the poundettes. Like the pounders and the mad mallets, they should go down in one hit. even with Toadstool, so nothing really to worry about. Hey, Toadstool even got a once again. It's kind of cool. Okay, we have beaten up the director, and hopefully that's it. Well, I guess we have to worry about probably one more, the factory chief. And then we have to worry about Smithy himself. So we have one more fight we're going to deal with in this factory before I close the video. And the fight actually isn't that hard at all. It's a little intimidating at first, but it's not really hard. You really just want to be careful, more than anything. Okay. Let us go ahead and get equipped for the next fight. And I think that should about do it. Okay, let's go ahead and go. We're going to save first, of course. Not saving would be stupid. Okay, and here we have the factory chief and his machine he's been working on. Mario, I'm surprised you're here. But this is the end of the line for you. This is the closest you'll get to Smithy. The gun yoke? Oh god, what the hell is a gun yoke? First thing I'm going to do is take out the factory chief. He only has about 1000 HP, and he takes damage relatively easily. And he can have some attacks that can actually do a lot of damage, but really, he's not that powerful at all. I mean, look, I did 300 damage with Mario, 100 with Bowser, that's like... He's pretty much almost done. But here's the secret to this battle. Toadstool's mute attack. This is one of the only few boss fights where it's actually useful, because it actually mutes the gun yoke. And the gun yoke should be where your main problems come from. You see, he's mute, so he can't use an attack. And gun yoke is actually one of only 2 bosses that can use a very devastating move. Perhaps the most devastating move in the game, Breaker Beam. The same attack that the Axum Rangers used on us when we fought them back in video... I want to say 40? I don't remember what video it was. It was around that time. Oh, it was video 45. That was a lot earlier than that was a lot later than I thought. And see, the monster is still mute, so I mean, we're really just like taking him out to the trash, really. He's not difficult at all. We're doing so much damage to him. He is still mute after 4 turns. 4 or 5 turns. It's been a long time, but yeah, gun yoke is really a piece of cake, even more so when you mute him. And as you can see now, he's unmute now, so he can finally use Breaker Beam. Same attack the Axum Rangers used on us. Still a little bit devastating, not as much as it was back then, but we were a bit under-leveled back then. And as you can see, it didn't even hit Bowser. Peach has the lazy shell, so it only really put Mario in danger. And still, that wasn't even half of his hit points, so... But still, that's probably his most devastating attack. And there he goes! The gun yoke is defeated. And with that, we can finally reach Smithy. This is the end of the factory line. But how do we get there? Well, the weapons are coming from those tubes, so it's only logical to think that Smithy must be in those tubes. So, what we're going to do is we're actually going to use that switch, and if you remember back in the other room when Mallow used it, the switch actually calls the crane over and picks up whoever's on the button. So, we're going to use that to get to Smithy. Okay, we're going to also do some last-minute switching, saving, and equipping. And I'm actually going to have Geno in for the last fight. Normally people would use people would use Mario, Toadstool, and Bowser. I'm going to take a little bit of a different approach and use Geno instead of Bowser. Just because he is trying to get all the star spirits. He's a star spirit himself. It makes sense to have him in the final battle. Gonna save one last time, and let's get going. All you gotta do is jump on this button. Once you jump on the button, there's no escape. You have to be taken into the pipes, and the final battle will begin. Everybody, this is SlimKirby. Join us next time on Let's Play Super Mario RPG when we battle Smithy. See you later, everyone. Have a great day. See you next time.